Hello there folks, Jeff from the Knocking Point, and today I wanted to discuss something that Joe McLean brought up, and it's longbow versus recurve and which one's more stable. So I have to say I've kind of experimented with a few different bows you can see here, and I've shot recurve and longbow, and I don't quite understand this, and I'm guessing what I'm hearing is it's torquing, and I'm imagining it's torquing this way with the string. I'm not sure what they mean by torquing. To me, what I make biggest mistakes on is torquing this way, where I put a little pressure on my palm and the bow kind of torques a little bit at the end there. And which one's more forgiving? I can't see how a longbow can be more forgiving than an Olympic recurve. If you go to the high-end bear bow, CD Archery, 12 CD Archery, light, weight forward, 25-inch riser. Wow, I don't know how it's going to get any more forgiving than that. So one of the discussions was Greg and I should do a Mythbuster about the torquing, I'm not sure which way it is, or the limbs. So what if the limbs, you don't go around twisting your limbs, but I don't know quite what they're meaning. But so what I would like to do though is just go over some of the longbows I have, because we may not even be in agreement as archers what a longbow is. These are American flat bows, and I have to say what I like in a longbow or a flat bow is a grip that's similar to a recurve, about the same height. In fact, you notice how I grabbed this one? I like this grip here on the Martin Viper. This seems to just be a good grip. I, however, like a bow cut a little closer to center than this one is. And how close a bow is cut to center can make it in and out of a longbow class in the United States in certain things. The other deciding factor is when the string touches the limb. So along that line, this is a longbow. But you bring this to a shoot, and compound shooters don't understand that. They look at it and go, "Oh, it's a recurve." So this has amazing, deflex, reflex, wind warrior. When I was a beginning archer, beginning back into trad, the White Wolf Wind Warrior was the first custom bow I had, and it's a longbow. However, when I was trying those out, I shot this the best, the Target Master. I shoot best with a recurve style grip, medium grip, and a window that's cut to center, or pretty darn close, and a wide open window because I don't cant, and the way my eyes work. So some people might not even consider this a longbow. And I have to say, performance-wise, nowadays with the different performance glass, layup, limb design, they're not tremendously different longbow to your average recurve. Now you can get composite recurves, but you can spend thousands of dollars on a set of limbs. These are kind of general use kind of bows I'm talking about. I kind of like to just grab one of these and go shoot. This bow, I would have to consider this my most longbow. Longbow, is that most longbow like? Is low grip, and I find I can shoot a low grip, and I find a narrower grip works better for me. I have to work a little harder at it, so I don't understand the forgivingness. This bow is light and twitchy. You have to really pay attention how you place your palm on the grip, the lower grip, or it affects it negatively, I find, for me. I love the way this bow looks. I love the tips. This is just so cool. So I love all these bows, and these are just the longbows. I shoot some more than others. I really should rehome some of them that I just don't shoot so much. Now here we go longbow. But check out this riser. This is definitely a recurve riser. Look at this thing. Built up nice and massive, heavy. The grip is just like an Olympic shooter would have, like a Jaeger style grip. So another thing about all the longbows I have here, except for one, all are reflex deflex. Wait, nope, two. I was not true. There's only two bows I have here that aren't reflex deflex or deflex reflex. Ben Pearson and a self bow. Made from one piece of wood. That's why they call it a self bow, or part of the definition. So the other item about this bow is this bow design comes from Europe. So when people talk about EFBs, I think European flat bow. What do I know? So these are some of, these are 1,000 or more years old, this style of bow. It's not quite the home guard or those other things. It's just a flat bow carved out of a chunk of wood. So I guess this is my one real longbow, kind of. No reflex deflex. Let's put that baby over there. So I have to say, what is a longbow to you? Are these longbows? Are they not? Some people may think they're American flatbows. What are your thoughts? I like them all. And I like my recurves too. So, I don't know what to say. Just go out and shoot, right? Ooh, that's a little light for this bow. So, as you can see here, we might have some difficulty in determining which is more forgiving, a longbow or a recurve, because look at the variation in just these few recurves, these few longbows I have. So, I don't know. Forgiving more than another? I don't know. Your mileage is going to vary. When I shoot one compared to the ones I like the most compared to the other, they're not that much different. But, some people would argue, except for being close to center, it's not too much different than a recurve in its performance. So, just some food for thought. What do you guys think? Make a video telling us what your thoughts are, or comment down below. Videos are best because you can show us what you have, what your thought process is, your style of shooting. Thank you very much. Appreciate your watching this. Jeff from the Nocking Point. Go shoot some archery, guys. And gals. Don't forget the gals. I won't forget the gals. Okay, let's shoot a few of these bows. Let's try, start with this. my newest bow, the Omega Imperial. Shoots nice. Let's see, what haven't I? Should I do it in the order of purchase? I don't know who came next. Let's go with the Dwyer Dauntless. Check this baby out. I love this bow. So pretty. So for me, I find that I have to work to shoot this as well as a recurve, but I love the way it looks and feels. And it's a bit heavier draw weight too, not to mention. Palm just right. Omega Original. Check this baby out. I refinished this. Let's go back in time a little. This was actually my first, when I got back into traditional archery, first longbow. I had another one, but we won't talk about that one. That one had some issues. Actually, 2 of them in a row. So then I went to this bear paw, because this thing's built like a tank. You'll notice it has a wee bit of hand shock. So, and that's another thing about longbows. Some of them have hand shock. These bows down this end, I don't know if you can see them in there, they tend to have hand shock. So I stay away from bows that have hand shock now. Some people deal with it. The hill people, heavier arrows, bigger strings, toughen up your grip, but I just tend to stay away from them and go to bows that have much less hand shock. Ooh, shall I pull out the White Wolf Wind Warrior? No, excuse me, White Wolf Target Master. So again, this is, what's the difference between this and a recurve? A little bend in the tip here, really, that's it. So the Wind Warrior, which is just plain cool. This was my first custom bow. This is just cool, isn't it? I just don't shoot it quite as much, and my daughter likes it. So that's probably the only reason I rehome this baby, but my daughter likes it. I should just let her shoot a Minuteman or something like that, huh? Did I shoot the Target Master? No, I don't remember. That's the problem with too many bows. If I did, I'll shoot it again. I don't remember. Now this is kind of a classic, the Martin Savannah. This one's a little different. This is a, I forgot the model. Stealth. A little thinner in the handle. I should rehome this, because it's either build up the handle for me or just rehome it, because I don't know, how many bows can I have? So these are cool. This is kind of a classic design, classic lines. A little noisy because I don't have string silencers or anything on it. What else haven't we shot here? Oh, back to the Viper. I haven't shot the Viper. Here's the Martin Viper. Here's the Viper. Sold my Venom because they were so close. So they were very close, but about 40 pounds, maybe a couple inches longer, a little closer to center with this grip. That's my perfect, what I think is a perfect bow. for a American flat bow, longbow. That baby rips him out. Did I forget anybody? Oh, I forgot this bow. This is my Hal Kaplinger. This is kind of a unique bow. You won't see many around like this. This interesting little shelfy thing. Ooh, we forgot Ben. There was an arrow here. We forgot Ben. Ben Pearson. Longbow. I don't know if I'm going to shoot my my self bow because I haven't exercised it in a while, and we should exercise it on a tillering tree before we go shooting it. Because I don't know why. Because wood's like that. That's what I hear. I'm not a expert bow maker or anything. Anybody else? Who else? Who needs a little more love? How about we pull an arrow and decide? Oh, I better not do it. Okay, let's pull an arrow and then decide. What do I have? I have 600. I could shoot pretty much anything with that. Let's shoot the Dwyer Dauntless again. This is a touch light of an arrow for it. In spine, not in mass weight. Yeah, it needs another arrow. That was terrible. That was terrible. A little better. Anybody else need some love here? It's hard to shoot all these bows all the time. All the time? Mega. Mega again. Anything left in here? There we go. This would be a good Omega Imperial. That's a recurve grip. So, if you put a recurve grip on it, is it still a longbow? Now, the lines on this aren't quite as pretty as my Dauntless, or even the original. I like the lines on that. I don't know. So what is a longbow? Are these longbows? Are they more forgiving, less forgiving than a recurve? I mean, just look at the mass weight of that. That is light as a feather. These things are light. How can it be more forgiving than 4 pounds of weight that's set there? It's not moving. Now, maybe the torquing again. I don't quite understand this torquing this way or this way on the limbs. I don't know. So, just some food for thought.